Well, hello, everyone. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Thanks for joining us. We have a one-on-one conversation during our undergraduate backstage conference. We have a great student here, Matthew Chan, who went to St. John's University. He did the four-year undergraduate business program, and he's a glutton for punishment. He's now in the MBA program at St. John's in New York. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. It's truly an honor to be with you.
So here's one question that I think a lot of people would be interested in. You know, it's so hard to know what you want to do in your life, particularly when you're in high school. So to know that you actually would want to major in business, how do you know that? How did you know that?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I did not know that.
Okay.
To St. John's, but personally speaking, the business world has always been ingrained in me. Both of my parents work in the business sector. My mom works in finance; she works in investment banking, and my dad works in business, small businesses as well. So it always was ingrained in me when I was a young child. When I always went to Christmas parties in the middle of the trading floor. I never knew that would lead me to where I am today. You know, my parents and especially my mom and dad instilling in me these values and these business values and traits going into college. So once, you know, as a senior in high school, I kind of knew that this was what I wanted to do. This is what I have a passion for. And this is something I love. My parents love it. I see them doing it 24/7, and they have a heart for it. And so that's something that they instilled in me when I was young. To continue that tradition and continue to love and passion for business. So I'm telling you, as a senior coming into college, have an open mind for it. Have an open mind and be positive and follow your dreams. That's something that I would love to tell every undergraduate freshman coming into college.
Great advice. Now, St. John's has a program where it can be a four-year program for you as a business undergrad, or it can be a two-year program like some schools have where you literally apply as a sophomore into the business school. You took advantage of the full four-year program, right?
Yes, I did.
And what was that like? How many business courses did you have in your first year compared to other courses?
Well, my first year was more of core curricular courses that entails different subjects and different matters. But once I got into my sophomore year of college, that's when the business classes started kicking in. Usually St. John's does a great job of giving the flexibility for students to choose and to decide what major you want to be part of. So you don't have to be a freshman and know what you want to major in immediately and instantly. St. John's gives you the flexibility in your sophomore year to, okay, what do you want to major in? This is, the chance to, show your values and everything, your gifts and talents in your freshman year, and to, see where those nits and grits gets you. So that's where sophomore year is the best year to do that. But for myself, business classes were truly a great to be part of. From my accounting courses all the way to my international business courses. The professors really engage with students in so many different capacities, which definitely leads to a greater higher education experience.
If you had to say there were three standout things about the undergraduate program at St. John's, what would the three things be?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is study abroad. St. John's does a wonderful job with their study abroad opportunities. And the school encourages every student to go away. Well, not now, of course, with the coronavirus pandemic, but to take a trip or take a study abroad opportunity as small of a time period of 1 week in Italy, or a whole semester abroad in Italy.
Now, Matthew, what did you do?
I did Italy. I went to Italy. I went to our campus in Rome, our campus in Paris, and I also went on a little trip, study abroad trip, after my international management class to Athens, Greece. So I did three.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So I definitely recommend it to everyone that comes to St. John's. They must partake in the study abroad opportunities.
Okay, so that's one. Give me two more.
Let's see. I would say friendship.
Totally.
Not only within, the student community, but with, faculty, administrators, um, faculty and the professors really want you to be, engaged. They're not just teachers in the classroom setting, but they're mentors. And that's what I learned as a student at St. John's, where, stay a couple minutes after class, talk to the professor, because they're full of knowledge in their point of expertise, especially, with the business world. They come full of knowledge in so many different ways and capacities that, talk to them. 5 minutes doesn't hurt at all. And it definitely builds a relationship between yourself and the professor. So
And
that's
they're
definitely,
willing to give. They're willing to give.
they are. And that's what the students, I encourage students to always do that, to talk to professors. They love, meeting students in so many different capacities. It's not just teaching, it's the person behind them, their experience and their point of expertise.
Great. And your third thing?
This is a good question. So I just want to make sure the question was one thing that I would take away, one thing I highly enjoy, St. John's, New York. Being in the greatest city in the greatest world, New York City. And as a business major too, you are in the metropolitan area full of expertise. And St. John's has about 190,000 strong alumni. Majority of them work in the New York tri-state area. So definitely making the connection and knowing that as a business student working in New York and as a metropolitan global business hub, it definitely plays a big part in my decision going to St. John's. And every student at St. John's knows that, New York is the place to be. It's the place to be and it's the place to work. And it's a great starting point as after, your college career.
You don't have to convince me about New York. It is the center of the universe.
Exactly.
So I'm also thinking that the location of the school gives it a great advantage to tap into talent, executive business talent, banks, all sorts of industries. Did you find that you had good exposure in the program to guest lecturers, adjunct faculty who were very much connected to that world?
Absolutely. St. John's is located, not only in New York City, but in the borough of Queens, Queens, New York, which is one of the most, if not the most diverse county in the whole entire United States. And so having that exposure really deepens the education in so many different capacities. And we've had I've attended so many guest speakers that not only live within New York, but they're outside from different countries and different parts and places around the US. So they love what St. John's is about, the mission of St. John's. But not only that, they really love the location of how, the university mission is regarding backbone is the diversity component of it. So
Yeah.
being in the diversity component really helps us, especially as business students, because there's so many different ways of doing business in the entire world. You meet so many different people and places and backgrounds. That's so crucial to know and to gain exposure to that international and diverse backgrounds of everyone and individuals.
How large was your cohort undergrad?
I believe it was about 4,000.
Yeah,
4,000
such
strong.
big group of students to get to know.
Big group indeed.
Now, Matthew, you decided to go straight into the MBA program, and I know that St. John's has a 5-year program, but you have to make that decision early on because obviously you're going to be taking an MBA or graduate courses probably in your senior year of your undergrad experience. So you didn't have to avail yourselves of the career management function, but I wonder if you had any exposure to it and could talk about it.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful career services department within the university that does so well in helping students find internships and so many job opportunities. For myself, I actually did not plan to go to the MBA school straight in. I actually wanted to go to law school, so I did intern at a couple of law firms down on Wall Street during my undergraduate year. That was my exposure to, before I decided to turn away from law school and actually enter and start my MBA path, which was the best decision I've made. But St. John's does do a great job with allocating students to find internships, especially their passion. I know a lot of my friends that work in the city. One works at HSBC, the other works at Merrill Lynch, Bank of America. So there's definitely so many opportunities out there that career services provides and helps with every student, from interviewing process all the way down to recruitment. So definitely great exposure in my part. But I can definitely say that if I did not do the law internships, I would have chosen a couple here and there, a couple banks or a couple companies that I would love to be a part of.
And Matthew, what do you ultimately want to do?
Well, my mom is in investment banking and she's been doing a great job at it for over 40 years. I've seen her tirelessly and endlessly with her on Bloomberg and all her on her computer 24/7, but she loves it. She has a passion for it, and I see it in her. There's not one day where she complains that she's tired, but I know she is in behind. But that's something
Job.
exactly. It's a very demanding job, and I've seen her do it for very well. She's a great leader and a great executive where she is at. So I definitely, everything she's instilled in me, I want to continue. And I definitely see myself trying to be part of Stack Rated community within investment banking.
Oh, that's great. It's great that you know you want that and you're directed already. So if you had advice for, let's say, a high school junior or senior who's thinking about his or her options for undergraduate education and has figured out that, business, it's a good place to be because, you're going to meet some interesting people. It's going to be very diverse. You're still going to have your opportunity to take courses outside the business school, obviously. So you will get a well-rounded education. And more than that, by majoring in business, you're really increasing the odds that you're going to land a good job when you graduate. Okay. You're not going to be floundering, and this is no diss on political science or English, which happen to be my two majors. But really, you major in business, you're going to get a job. Okay. People are going to want to hire you. It's just the way it is. What advice do you have for them?
I would tell every incoming freshman or a senior coming into college, come with an open mind. Follow your dreams and come with an open mind and be open to new things. The business world, that's something I love about business is that you go into work one day, you don't experience the same thing the next day.
True.
That's something my mom and dad always tells me when I was a young child, that you're not going to experience the same thing. It's going to be something new, something rapid, something quick. And so I always tell students, especially those that are coming in for the first time, or those that don't know about entering into a business school, just come with an open mind. That's where all the jobs are, like you said, John. That's where all the opportunities are. If you want to be a part of something big, if you want to land a wonderful, successful job after graduation, business is the route to go. My parents, they've ingrained it in me when I was a child, and I'm so glad I listened to them. But it's true, business is the path to go, and you should always come with an open mind and an open heart. You'll learn something new every single day, no matter what.
And the other thing I'll add, and you can speak to this given the experience of business undergraduate education, and now that you're in the MBA program, is business isn't just business, it's everything. The skills you learn in a business program are basically applicable to whatever you do. You want to work for a nonprofit, you want to work for a government agency, you want to work for an NGO. My God, knowing accounting, finance, marketing, operations, how to motivate people, how to collaborate with others, how to lead people, those are skills that are going to transfer to anything you do in life, period.
Exactly. And I was a management major with a bachelor's of science, but in management. So that was my concentration back in undergraduate studies. But management, like you said, it's so broad. Yeah. Business is so broad. Management, you can use that in so many different levels and capacities after graduation in different workplaces. You don't have to be in the business setting, like you said, NGOs, different companies and corporations, or the government, basically different components. So right there, that's what business is so unique. You don't have to be, oh, I'm going to be a business major. I'm going to be in the business world. No, people have that kind of mindset. Don't get me wrong, but you have so much exposure and so much knowledge that you could take it to a different level and a different capacity, which will definitely help you down the road in your future career.
And when you study business, you're studying the application of these skills in all these different environments, not just one. So you see how open the world is, and you see what the opportunities can be for you, right?
Exactly. There's so many opportunities out there. And like you said, they're the fundamental things that you will learn from the business world. There's so much more that you can learn just gaining exposure from like an internship or a job opportunity. You'll learn more, but as a business student, you learn the basic knowledge and requirements and basic things and fundamentals of how to maybe start your business or be a successful business student or a career down the road.
Well, Matthew, it's been a real pleasure. Hey, thank you for joining us today, and good luck with your career. I can see you as a high-powered investment banker down on Wall Street, working for one of the big bulge bracket banks, making big buck,
Oh,
and having a good time doing it, okay?
I will. That means a lot coming from you, John. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
Hey, a pleasure. Stay safe and healthy. And to all of you out there, I hope you enjoyed our interview with Matthew. This kid's going places.
I hope so.
All right, yes. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Thanks for watching.